Hi, my name is Pranav Sharma and I'm here to present my case on the crisis of OP Jaisha. First of all, defining what a crisis is. Crisis is a critical event or a point of decision which, if not handled in an appropriate, timely manner, could be disastrous or catastrophe. And crisis management is the process by which an organization deals with a major unpredictable event that could harm the organization. So, talking about who is OP Jaisha. OP Jaisha is an Indian track and field athlete, and she hails from Kerala, and she is the current national record holder in the marathon for India, which she achieved in Beijing, the World Championships in 2015. So we'll talk about the case now. 4 years after India achieved 6 medals at the London Olympics, the highest so far for the country, India just settled at 2 medals in the Rio Olympics, and despite India sending its largest contingency ever, we had a lot of hopes from these athletes, and there were a lot of highly decorated players and athletes present in the contingent. And as the games progressed and the medal hopes dimmed, what laid exposed was the competency of the Indian Sports Administration. So Jaisha, after coming back, claimed that while she was having her marathon, at the end of the marathon, she claimed that the Indian officials present at the Rio Olympics, did not provide her with water and energy drinks, personalized drinks. And during or after the entire marathon, which is about 42.1 kilometers long. So despite designated stations being there for every country, it was allowed. And after finishing the run at the end, Jaisha collapsed, as you can see, and she remained unaided until the fellow teammates and runners from the men's team came and aided her. Jaisha also disclosed that it took her more than 2 hours to regain consciousness and get back to her normal state. And as per regulations, an athlete cannot consume any types of refreshments or water from other contingents because it might lead to disqualification. So hence, Jaisha could not consume any form of drinks. So she had to rely to the refreshments provided by the organizers, which was in the initial 550 meters. When the media heard Jaisha's story, it was a very big uproar in the between the fans and the media. And because the media has always had a really bad relationship with all the sporting committees, be it the Athletes Federation of India or the BCCI or anyone, because of how they treat their athletes. Uh, all the major sporting organizations in India have been really unfair to the athletes. That's what the fans and the media believe, because they are really celebrated when they achieve success or anything, but nobody covers the journey of getting through that. And if you fail, then nobody asks you if you fail. So the media created an uproar and news spread like wildfire, and the AFI had to face embarrassment from the whole nation. The AFI was under a lot of fire due to this, and but initially, straight away the AFI denied that it had anything to do with not providing Jaisha with refreshments, and straight away claimed that it was Jaisha herself who said no when she was asked if she needed refreshments would be available for the race. So the discussing about the image repair, discourse and crisis communication by Benoit. The strategies used here to repair the images and for the PR was straight away denial and attack accuser. AFI without hesitation denied the claim by Jaisha and in turn blamed Jaisha for wrongly accusing the AFI. AFI claimed it was Jaisha herself who refused personalized drinks and not AFI who failed to provide them. So this is two repair strategies being used straight away, which is denial and attacking the accuser. Thirdly would be modification. Modification is a strategy which is a good form of reducing offensiveness. And Jaisha, after getting to know the truth, Jaisha apologized for the allegations after she learned it wasn't the AFI's fault. The fourth strategy used by Jaisha was Jaisha claimed the whole incident to be an accident. She accepted the situation and claimed it to be an act of mishap. Lastly, Jaisha considered the whole situation to be an accident and a communication issue between the AFI and her coach. So coming down to Mitra's 5 cases of crisis management. Firstly was the signal detection, second is probing, third is damage containment, fourth is recovery, followed by learning. How this was used in the case is as follows. Number one was signal detection. Since the AFI didn't consider the issue as a crisis when the incident took place, it became a crisis after Jaisha addressed the public and accused the AFI of the following. So after that, it was followed by the detection by the media and the fans in the government, which the whole issue then came into light. The second step is probing and prevention. It was the immediate response by the AFI and retaliation by Jaisha, and then that required the Union Sports Ministry to form an inquiry panel and investigate about the crisis. Third was damage containment. The AFI was firm in their message since the start that they are not responsible for any kinds of allegations being thrown at them, and it was false. Fourth was recovery. Recovery is communication with the media was transparent from the AFI side. They were clear, they were honest from the start. They had nothing to do with it, and they were quick in responding and recovering their image through the investigation. Fifth and the final is learning. The panel requested what we learned, what the whole nation and what the Athletes Federation of India mainly learned from this incident is that in the future they requested the ministry to brief the athletes about competition rules and entitlements, and the athletes should give a written consent about any decision being taken from their side to the ministry. The verdict in the end of the case was a two-member, after setting up the inquiry panel by the sports ministry, it was decided after due investigation that it was the coach's fault, Nikolai Snasarev, who refused personalized drinks on behalf of OP Jaisha, and Jaisha was not informed about this act, and Nikolai further down in Rio was also jailed for misbehaving with a lady doctor. The panel in the end requested, as said, requested the athletes to adhere by the competition rules, and in the future if they have any consent they have to give a written consent about any decision being taken. And these are my references, and thank you.